Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of GeekVerse podcast, your weekly geek edition. I am one of your hosts. I guess I'm still the Shmee Taylor Field, and I'm joined by
I'm Becky Boy number 2.
number two. Yes, we're here because there's lots of news to talk about. We're going to break it down. Travis has compiled a beautiful list for us to discuss with all you fine folks.
And throw in the garbage because we're not talking about anything he told us to talk about today.
Yeah,
We're just
no,
going off
we're
the
going
rails.
rogue. Yeah, we're going to talk about Johnny Depp talking about being back as Jack Sparrow and all that stuff. No, I'm kidding.
Is that real? Did that actually
That's
happen?
real. That's real.
Okay.
Bruckheimer and Johnny Depp had a conversation, and he's expressed interest. He says if the script's good, he'll come back.
That's the main topic then of today. We're not talking about anything MCU. It's all about this.
See, our one viewer
Theorizing.
right
It's gonna be
now,
like a
that's-
4-hour just breakdown of what this could mean.
Our one viewer is Travis watching us just
Oh yeah,
fucking screaming.
absolutely.
Oh,
He's ready
comment.
to end stream as soon as we go off the rails.
Look at that.
like we already have.
There you go.
Yeah.
I fucking called it.
Yeah. This is our cast, sir. This is our weekly.
Oh my god. Yeah. But no, that aside, we got some pretty juicy stuff we're gonna be breaking down here at the Marvel and DC realm with some awesome film rumors potentially. Before we get into that, a couple of plugs though. You can find us with your internet connection in the search bar. GeekVerse.ca is our home base. GeekVerseCast is our Twitter. GeekVerse is our Facebook. And be sure to check us out on the Patreon where you can get ad-free exclusive early episodes. It's a great time to be a patron. We just did a whole shebang of stuff for GeekVerse 10-year GV Day. It was a heckin' good time. Shout out to Travis for planning it out and coordinating it and everything like that. But all that content is available online. You can go back, you can watch it if you missed it, and just see all the shenanigans, the events, and all the discussions that we had. It was a really, really good day and a really, really good event altogether. But yeah, like I said, Patreon is where it's at. You can get all that ad-free early content, and there's a lot of exclusive stuff that's available there and whatnot. So it's a good place to be checking out right now. On top of that, on the public feeds, we've got our Alien Earth review that has been popping off now with it premiering earlier this week. That's episodes 1 and 2. We have Dexter Resurrection that's been going weekly. That'll be dropping to, Fridays is when we watch it and we record the review. And on top of that, me and Travis just did a Weapons movie review. And other than that, I think that's it. What do you got? What's popping up on your itinerary? Were you on any side quests lately?
I was on a side quest lately. Dylan and I did a fun episode. We broke down the Nintendo Direct for Indie World. There was some juice in there, so definitely go check out that episode. I also gave my thoughts because, Taylor, I don't know if you saw this game, Ready or Not. It's been on some feeds lately. It's like the
I've heard about
tactical
this.
SWAT game.
Yeah.
I picked it up before I went on my vacation, and I was cooking it up on one of the weekends there. But that would be such a fun game to play with the lads. I know we got Helldivers coming up here pretty soon, so that's going to be taking some of our bandwidth away. But yeah, just tactical shooters in general is a fun time. So we talked about that amongst many other games that Dylan has been playing. So that was a fun episode. Yeah, just GV Day also.
I'll quickly shout this out because I mentioned it on SideQuest with Dylan, but the game that I was playing lately, it's called Mechabellum. Have you heard of this?
No, I haven't. I'm going to Google it.
I feel like it'd be up your alley because it's very much like there's your side, the enemy side, and you got like 2 minutes to place your units and use your limited resources to buy units, and you place them on your side of the board, your grid, and then you basically end your turn, and then you watch as the units engage automatically, and then you have to place new units to counter where your enemy places units. It feels very chess-like, but it's a heckin' good time.
Interesting.
Yeah, I highly recommend it. But
I have not seen Weapons yet, D-Toll. I am interested. It was a busy week when I got back from vacation. That's why I ended up bowing out on that Thursday. And I was like, I don't even know what this movie is. And I saw a trailer and I'm like, fuck, this looks crazy. And then I haven't heard any spoilers, but just hearing, in the Discord chat about it. And I didn't listen to your guys' spoiler-free section. Maybe I should throw in that. But like, I also don't even want to know anything because the trailer was like enough of, okay, this is what I'm getting into. Same chap that did Barbarian, which I absolutely love that movie. So, and I heard the ending's kind of, I don't even know it's divisive, but just talked about. And there's some crazy stuff supposedly that goes in there. But yeah, it's on my list. It's definitely on my list. I think that'll be a Kirk and Papa watch along. I think we'll watch that together because I watched Barbarian for the first time with him, and that was a hoot.
I think you guys will really, really like it. It's a good time. Yeah, and that director is part of our discussions later when we get to the film rumors, because there's some interesting talks to be
Ooh.
talked about then. But before we get into our news here, one final shout out. Thank you, Kirkland, for reminding me. The Patreon producers: Aaron Braden, April of Darkness, Jack Grant, Sam, Superbad Mike, Christ.
Is that a new
The,
one? I didn't know we
yes,
got
Christ
that guy.
himself.
I was talking about.
The Good God Loves Me, 69. Jeremy Renner, Charlie Randall, Cocktail Clay, and John with no H. You
There we
folks
go.
are fantastic. We love you. Thank you very much. And yeah. So before we get into our Marvel news, let's break down the what we've been watching. Kirkland, what have you been watching?
My gosh, I don't think a whole lot since we did the stream.
Rally Bites?
Yeah. Sorry, Dylan. I have not thrown that on the list. I needed a little break from the 94s, even though I didn't actually complete that list. But I should just for Dylan to just just to give my thoughts. Have you seen Reality Bites since?
No, no.
Okay. I would have been feeling bad if you said yes there. But we started Wednesday season 2. That's what it is, right? Season 2.
Yeah.
Have you started it or watched it?
No.
No. Have you seen the first season?
Wait,
Oof.
which? Sorry?
Wednesday?
No. I've seen part of it. I've seen part of the first season, but I fell off.
Did you like it?
I liked what I
Wasn't pulling you?
saw, but it wasn't really pulling me in. It felt like it was too Riverdale-y.
Interesting. I can kind of see where you're going with. I don't think it ever gets that level of whatever the fuck that show is. It's funny. On Sunday, the day after the cast, she and I went on a hike with Tyler, Patreon Tyler, who he was active in the Hidalgo section of our GeekVerses on GV 10-year day. But we were talking about. Oh my god! I just totally had a brain fart. What was I going off there? What was I going there, Taylor? Tell
Wednesday.
me. Wednesday. Oh, Riverdale. That's what it was.
Riverdale.
They were talking to me about Riverdale and just some of like the arcs of what are going on. Minor spoilers, I guess, or major spoilers for Riverdale. I don't even know if it's spoilers. I don't even know who watches the show anymore. But apparently for the final season that is supposedly coming up, they're like resetting the timeline. So it like it's like, what the fuck is going on here? This is literally like a high school show, and apparently they're just resetting the timeline. So final season's going to be like them in high school again, even though there's been like time jumps. That's all been after like I jumped off that show because it was just getting. I think the show was always bad, but like just my tolerance of it just got just really thin by where I was at in that show. As soon as Archie was like fighting a grizzly bear, I'm like, fuck this show. I'm out of here. Like can't do this anymore. Little side tangent there, but no, we started watching Wednesday and we finished like the first episode, and like I don't know, it's not bad, but like my spark for that show is it's just pretty low. Like even like Shay and I were talking about like putting it on again, and it's just like I don't know. I'm not as hyped as I am to finish that one. We did finish the first season. I did like it enough. I think Jenna Ortega and like pretty much the whole cast like was really good, but I don't know. I somewhat liked Adam's Family as a youngin, but I don't know. I don't know. There's something about it that's just not pulling me in as urgently as maybe I would have expected. Because I like when it was coming close to the release, I felt like a little bit of an excitement there. But now that I don't know, we passed it a little bit. Just not quite there. But who knows? Maybe I will eventually watch it and I'll be blown away and I'll be saying should have got on it sooner, like has been the case for many shows in the past. But I mean, honestly, beyond that, like I haven't watched any movies since. I think I just kind of have to be playing catch up now. I've also thought about doing a return to the letterbox because I took a little hiatus. So I think I'm gonna be like the next film I watch, I'll be popping up on the letterbox again. I'm not gonna try and like fill in on everything that I've missed over the last.
Yeah,
I'm just gonna pick it up where it is.
You know.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe I'll just taper off again like I usually do with those sort of things. But I'm gonna try and at least somewhat be active on there because it is a fun way to kind of look back and track, especially like when we get to our end of the year of like what we watched and rankings and all those things, or Golden Geeks times, just staying on top of that sort of things. But so yeah, that'll be. And now that I'm putting it out in the universe, you guys can hold me accountable if I'm not actually posted on Letterboxd because I don't know. I watch something and then I just don't think about picking up the letterbox. And sometimes also I'm like, how can I put in my thoughts in like a quick little review, and then I just get like analysis paralysis, and I just don't do it at all. That's why I was always like a notorious. What is it when you don't review a rating? I guess you just give a star rating.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that was my my buffer for the lack of content that I've been watching, because like I could mention like The Office, but like that's kind of boring. That's just the background show that I usually have on if we're making dinner or whatnot. And I've been watching more like YouTube also, and just like podcasts. Just while I'm cooking, I like to have the iPad going with either a podcast I'm catching up on. Fantasy football's coming up. We're 2 weeks away. Maddie Sags just reminded us in the GV Discord NFL chat that is when our draft is taking place. So it's an exciting time for football fans, and yeah, I think it's, I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna think it's my year, but we'll see what actually happens. I got first pick this year, so I at least can guarantee my first pick, which is gonna be fun. And
Why do you
yeah.
get first pick? Is that because you came last?
No, I actually did pretty good. I ended the league like before we went to the playoffs in first place, if I remember correctly. I'm probably wrong, but I'm just gonna say that because nobody's here can counter me, and I'm gonna turn off chat so nobody can throw that in there. Matty Sags does like the wheel of random, his favorite randomizer, and he's an honorable man because he always like wants to get someone like in there with him so he can like prove that he's not just picking the names. I think it was him and John with no H that tag team that process, and sure enough, I think they're like last picks, so it's like, okay, yeah, we trust you guys. We know you didn't rig it because you guys are last pick, but just luck of the draw. Last year I got third pick, and this year I got first, and yeah, Travis was trying to trade that pick away. I think he's like third or something pick. Like he's a pretty high pick too, but it is always nice just knowing that I'll be able to get my number one pick. And I'm not gonna say any more of that because it's game on. I'm not gonna reveal any strategies.
Nice.
What have you been watching though, Taylor Field?
What have I been watching? I started The Landman, but did not get very far. That's another
Landmen?
Landman, yeah, Landman. So it's another Taylor
Landman.
Sheridan project. And I just
Oh, okay.
we
So
did about
this fucking I can just tell by like well, actually is what's that show? Yellowstone. Is it a Paramount show also?
yeah.
Okay, that makes sense because it looks the exact same, just like
Oh,
the
yeah.
art style and
Yeah, because
I
it's
mean,
the
if it's
same
same maker,
show
I guess
creator.
that
Yeah,
would
same
make
maker.
sense. Same
Yeah.
universe.
I headcanon that it is, but I don't think
Okay.
it is. But yeah, there's just Paramount's just popping off, and we're gonna be talking about that later. But yeah, just Landman. So I've only got a little bit in, and I've really been enjoying that. And that's just gonna be my kind of in betweener. It's renewed for season 2, so that's my in betweener before we start up 1888, or is it 1883? It's 1880 something. That's the other prequel for Yellowstone, which I can't fucking wait to get into that.
Are they
And
still
then
making
hopefully
those? Didn't they announce like 3 and then for
they're
some reason-
doing, yes, so they're doing a 1940 something Yellowstone prequel, which I can't wait to get into that. Oh my god! And the season 2 of the prequel series 1926 or 19, I can't remember, 1920 something, that just came out. So me and Madison, we finished that, of course, but yeah, they're popping off. They're popping off. And after that, there's a few other Taylor Sheridan projects that I want to watch. I think there's Mayor of Kingstown. I think it's called Mayor of Kingstown. And then there's the Lioness. So there's a couple other projects that I want to watch. But yeah, so that aside, we went and did round 2 of Weapons. Madison hadn't seen it. I had, of course, because the review. So I took her to see it. And it was so much better on that second watch. The theater was more packed than when I went alone on the Friday night for its opening weekend. And there was just such a good energy in there. Like, there were, like, people were vocal, like, audible gasps to be had. And just people were, like, laughing and, like, just freaking out and just so many things. It was so good. And watching it that second time really helped kind of connect the dots. Like, oh, they actually did this differently than how I thought, and this and this. And there's a lot of really extra things in the background you can kind of look forward to. But yeah, overall it was a dang good time. Really like that movie. I really do. What else? Oh, I should say too, when we were at Weapons and we got out of the theater, I think I sent you guys a photo. There was a car that was not put in park properly, and it rolled out of its parking stall and backed into the car directly next to us.
God, that's scary.
So I called the
Man.
cops and stuff.
You did call the cops.
I did, yeah.
Is that a normal thing to do?
Call the cops?
Yeah.
Well,
Because like if there's a
assumed-
car accident, you don't have to call the cops, right? Like as long as you share information, that's completely fine.
But the guy wasn't there like the owner of the car wasn't there. We assumed he was in a movie. And then the family came out that was in the car that got hit. So there was no damage. It was a slow roll and like a tap. But I
Call the
learned
cops.
I learned that it's not always 911. There's a non-emergency line that you can call.
Yeah, they get mad
That's-
at you if you call 911. And it's not.
Yeah,
Did
and
you
I
learn
thought-
that the hard way.
I know I looked at Madison like, should I call 911? She's like, no, call the non-emergency line. I'm like, oh, okay. And they should make it easier to dial because it's like 763-3300. It's like, who the
Yeah.
fuck's gonna memorize that?
Probably changes like every 2 weeks. It's like the most complicated. Yeah, I completely agree. There was one time we were driving on the highway home late at night. It was dark, and some vehicle, like it was like a work truck, like it was like a big welder's truck, lights completely off, like no lights on at all. It's pitch black at night. I guarantee this person was fucking on Percocets or just drunk or something. Easily could have killed someone. I'm in the right lane, and he literally just started going into my lane. Like I had to slam on the brakes, and like this is dangerous, man. Like he could kill someone here. No lights on, like so many red flags, and then like in my mind, I'm like, well, the easiest thing to do is call 911. But like, is that an emergency? Probably not. You kind of need to do the non-emergency. By the time I fucking figure out what the non-emergency number is, this guy's like already gone. Like I can't even see his fucking like anything to identify. It was just, it was a frustrating situation. So yes, I
Stupid,
completely agree. It should be like 999. You know, for
Yeah.
non-emergencies.
Yeah, I'm sure there's a few that aren't being used for anything else. Like 811 is the nurse's line, or like doctor or whatever, medical emergencies. Yeah, I don't know. They just got to change that. It's stupid. It's stupid.
So
'Cause
like, were you there when the cops showed up?
I was about to leave, but then the cop called me and was like, "Hey, I'm 2 minutes out." I was like, "Okay, I'll stay." And then so the cop was keeping
He's like,
keeping
"Where's
me
this
well
guy?"
informed.
Arrested him. Fucking
Yeah.
pepper sprayed his face. You're not gonna put your fucking e-brake on?
no.
Like, what even happened? Like,
Well, look, we gave it more information, and the cop was like scoping it out or whatever. Madison put a rock under the tire to stop the car from moving, and then we left. And then the cop called me like an hour later and said, "Yep, we found the guy. He came out of the theater." And
he's never gonna see the daylight again.
yeah, no, we fucked him up good, Taylor, just like you said. Yeah. No, apparently he was laughing and he said, "Oh yeah, it's something to do with my brakes. I'll get it fixed." Ha 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 ha. And the cop was like, "Yeah, this is my first time having a call like this, you know, but it's all good. It's all good." I'm like, "Oh, okay." It's like 11:30 at night. I'm like, "All right, have
Interesting.
a good night." So it all worked.
You must have
out.
been there
It all
for a
worked
while.
out. The movie was done at 9:30, and I think we got home at about 9:50. Again, it was a theater just close to where we live, so it wasn't too far. Detoll and the chat, better man than me too. I've been out of there. Well,
100% detoll. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. I'm like,
The
oh, that
thing-
fucking sucks. I might snag a photo, but yeah.
the thing, like, it just was really kind of, I don't know. You just kind of didn't. It doesn't sink in that it was really like right there and happening. Like you just
Did you see it happen, or you just came out and the car was just?
I came out and it was like that. Maybe I'll just, for shits and giggles, I'll just drop the photo in the chat, and then Detail, you can see this this chaos. Because yeah, I walked out and I was like, "Madison, look," and she's like, "What? What?" And she wasn't even honed in on it. And we thought, okay, well, this is like someone double parking and being an asshole. Like what's going on here? And then no, sure enough, it was just the car rolled back. The emergency brake was pulled, like turned on, so clearly it was just a brake issue. And
Was it a newer vehicle?
it was like a really, really old Honda Civic.
That'll do it.
Those Honda Civics, man.
Something very similar happened when we were at Big White last year. We were up there, and it was kind of like spring season, so you know the whole parking lot's like snow and ice. And but like I think we came down for lunch or something, and we went to the car, and like it was just melting in the parking lot. And because it was like ice, like you know, visual or non-visual viewers can't really see this, but like the parking lot was kind of not flat, right? So then as it was melting, the cars were literally just sliding like on like to the side. And luckily we came down and noticed that was kind of happening. So I think Tyler was driving, so he like moved his vehicle. But then when we were leaving, one vehicle completely slid into the side of another vehicle, and the people couldn't leave. They couldn't even get into their own fucking vehicle because it was like sandwiched between the two. So when we were leaving, there was just like a group of people like around the vehicle just waiting for somebody to like finish their big white day so they could fucking leave.
No,
And
that
like I don't
sucks.
know what happens there for insurance. Like whose fault is that? You know? Like because big white people, they like tell you where to park specifically. Like, okay, come here.
They do.
Okay, you're good. And then so like it's not like they parked incorrectly. I don't know. It's just weird. Like I guess the people just have to pay their own insurance deductible. I don't know.
I think so. It also bothers me too that there's no proper insurance coverage for when you're driving, and let's say a bee or a spider, like a spider drops on your lap, I'm gonna fucking freak out. And if I swerve and hit a car or crash into a light post, I should have some insurance to cover that. Spider insurance, you know, I'd pay an extra $10 a month for that kind of coverage.
Does that
'cause-
happen often for $10 a month?
Well, probably not that often. You know, in
What
Australia,
you
I'm
do
sure
is
it
you hit the
happens.
brakes. You stop what you're doing, and then you handle the situation. You hit your hazards. That's what it's for. But I don't think it's ever
bees
happened.
flying around and
to
like
where-
stings you, or you know, or a snake in your car slides up your pant leg.
Has that ever happened? I know the snake one hasn't happened, but have you been stung while driving?
I no, but I have had more than 3 times I've had spiders on my legs when I'm driving, and it fucking freaks me out.
Where are you parking? Spider Alley.
It's terrifying. It's terrifying.
That's fair.
Detail here's the
Oof.
scenario. So my car is the one that's lit up on the left there, the headlights on, and yeah. So this Honda Civic just
Okay.
rolls back.
I did not realize. Okay, when I looked at this, I thought it was like one of the parking stalls where it's just like there's 2 cars and then one just like slightly slid back, but he slid like quite a ways. Actually.
Oh yeah, he slid across like the main aisle where cars drive down and just rolled back. It just beeped the Toyota
God.
behind him. So
That guy was probably just stoned too when he came out of the theater. Just judging by that vehicle, not to profile vehicles or anything, but he probably was. Comes out, there's just cops and like people around his vehicle. He's probably shitting his pants.
Madison noticed an N on his back
Oh, yeah.
windshield too. So
Oh, that happened again? Oh no, 3rd time this week.
that's exactly it. He just laughed it off and he's like, "I'll get that fixed." He's not gonna get it fucking fixed. God damn.
Interesting. Yeah, that sucks for those people.
Looks like a boot.
Boot on too.
Hang on, let's see. A boot? Well, that's just a spare tire.
Oh yeah. That's not a
catch,
good rim.
though. Oh, spare.
spare.
I mean, yeah, the spare. Yeah, no. Usually the Honda Civics here usually got spare tires on them. I mean, the Honda
Yeah.
Civics, they're all
And
like,
no fucking muffler.
yeah, no. You can hear him driving all the way up
Yeah.
and
You
down
hear that?
fucking Rutland
You hear
like
that
3 a.m. Fuck, we usually get like,
cylinder whiner.
it's fucking brutal. It's the Madison hates it. She loses her fucking mind when she hears that shit.
Well, it's like when we
It's
podcast
so
with Travis,
loud.
we hear it. The listeners
true.
hear it 'cause
The
he's
listeners
fucking
hear
addicted
it.
to his outside.
That's true. That's true. God damn. Well, I
what
think
you've been watching.
that's all I've
Good,
been watching.
yeah, good recap.
I added something too for when for we're laughing, or give me a joke. Give me a joke. Something funny.
Oh man, what do you call a bunch of ducks in a box?
What?
A box of quackers.
Here you go.
I don't know if I like that. That's like we didn't laugh at all, so somebody has to fill the air. Not the best joke, I guess, but so it is warranted. There you go. I'm glad you added that. I'm kind of surprised that wasn't already one of the default sounds. Like some of the default ones that they have in here are kind of weird.
It should be. It should be.
Like this
Yeah.
default one that just StreamYards gives us. We didn't even have this. You're a bunch of freaks, StreamYards.
Yeah, there's a bunch of weird ones. We're gonna pull that one out some more. That one's
Bayou
fucking great.
Bayushka. Yeah. Gotta learn the lyrics to that one.
Oh yeah. Oh, Travis.
I want to
is
add the
sending me
Riddlers
information.
too. Fucking from that one scene where he's doing like the opera.
Oh, I'll get.
Maria. Like, what are you doing? Stop it! What do you do? Oh my gosh.
I need to rewatch that movie. I'll put that in here for you though. I'll make sure that's put in because that's a must.
Extra brownie points if you get specifically the Batman version. We just hear Pattinson freaking out too in there. But,
That might be better actually just as the video. Would you prefer the video or would you prefer the audio?
Whatever you give me, I'll be happy.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. But on the topic of see what I can do, we've got some juicy Marvel news to get into here. So, have you heard, Kirkland, the latest here, what the rumors are for Avengers Doomsday, where we're going to have a Team Loki versus a Team Doom?
Mm-hmm. I didn't really hear about it before now. It's a spicy like main event fight, like another I guess it's not really Civil War situation because they weren't at one point on the same side. Well, unless it is the actual Downey in the mask, I guess in some way, shape, or form they have been on a similar. Well, actually, I don't even know because Loki hasn't really been like at least with Iron Man, right? Like they've never been on the same team.
No,
technically,
this
it would have been
Loki
Loki and Thor together, and then Thanos pops off on him, so he didn't get to like be a teammate of Downey's. So yeah, so it's definitely not a Civil War situation, even if it's a variant or whatever it might be.
Their only interaction it really stems from the first Avengers film when you think about it, and
Right.
just they have that one-on-one conversation.
Yeah,
And two, it's a different Loki than the one we saw dying.
that's true. Yes, that's 100% true. I mean, I like the sound of again like the big fight title card of these two heavy hitters. Like great team captains on the power scale level. I would say it's kind of tough for me to like picture what Loki's power level is right now. Like he's the man in the chair. He's kind of just dangling these webs of the tree of whatever it's called. I'm just gonna call it the tree of infinity because that's
Tree
kind
of
of a fun name.
Souls.
Tree of souls. He's in a god tier position. I guess he was already a god beforehand, but I digress. I definitely not would have been my first like guess on who the team lead would be. I guess it makes sense, especially if going down the line of like his team possibly being the variety of exiles that are like from different multiverses or whatever the details of that might be. I guess that makes sense because he has easy access to them because he's like literally just the fucking I don't even know I want to say seamstress. That's not the right word. What's the puppet master, I guess,
Yes.
of the galaxy and the different branches of the universe. So yeah, I don't know. The more I kind of think about it, it does make sense. He's been just cooking, in hibernation for a little while. I'm also just so excited to see what that character is now after he's been in that chair for, I don't know exactly what the time. Like how time works for him in that realm. Like if it's been months, days, years, lifetimes, millennias, like I have no idea how he even perceives time being in that area and just how much him being there has changed his like psyche level or if it has at all. Like next time we see Loki, is he going to be just the exact same Loki that we saw at the end of Loki season 2? Obviously that character had gone through a lot of growth, even just through that show. So it's going to be interesting to just see him. But kind of side tangent there, but like going back to just the idea of Team Loki versus Team Doom, and again, it is a rumor, so it's don't take it to the bank or anything. But for Doomsday, I do like it because it's gonna make like it's not gonna just force us to have Doom against everyone like right off the hop. I think you kind of have to let that grow to like the eventual like final standoff with Doom. So he has not instead of just blank henchman number 1 as his ally, like he actually has team like members that or maybe familiar faces that we've seen before that are like maybe more on the evil side or have different motivations there. And yeah, no, I'm not like blown away. Like when I saw it, I was like, "Holy fuck, they did it!" Like this is the team up and match up that I want to see. I definitely don't have that thought by any means, maybe I would have had it if it was like an official, like this is actually what it looks like, you know, seeing the trailer, for example, and we see like the team standing up there wearing their fucking team pennies or whatever the hell they're wearing and rocking. But I'm definitely not negative on it by any means. I don't know. I guess we can kind of get into the teams, but what's your overall thoughts on all this? Also,
I'm pretty stoked.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for Loki to come back in here. It's like uncanny suit in the chat. Loki better get his scrawny ass out of that chair. That's all I know. Bro will get cooked otherwise. I want to see him come in there like he's in a position of power, and I'm so ready. And just the idea of him building a team, I like this Loki just being so different from all the other Lokis, and him just having a bit more of a righteous head on his shoulders, and he's evolved from what all the other Lokis have kind of gone through. Like he's Loki Prime. I love the idea of him showing up. You know, our Avengers, they're getting their asses handed to them. It's not looking good. And then the portal opens up and you got Loki strolling out there with his freaking team. And it's like all these other multiversal heroes, and you got different actors playing these variants of heroes that we weren't expecting or whatever. And we're getting a bunch of points in our superhero draft. So I think stuff like that is just I eat it up, and that's why I love the Marvel What If series so much, because you get all these different variants and scenarios and whatnot. So I'm very much looking forward to it. I'm curious who would be on Team Doom though, just like Detail in the chat saying who's on that team. Uh, I'm gonna try and find that out. We do know, according to the rumor, who would be on Team Loki, and then there was some teasing as well from Ryan Reynolds. Did you see that tease?
I didn't see it, but you know, I saw it in our notes there, and I mean, even beyond the names that were listed there, like it's kind of like there's a lot of people that qualify as like an exile, you know, people out of their like technically when isn't that where you would get like the Tobys of the worlds?
I would think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I still kind of think that would be held for Secret Wars, like all of those crazy cameos. But I mean, anyone that's kind of been plucked out of their realm, I think kind of fits in that category. The Doom potential of like who could be on that team is exciting for me. Because I think that's where you would be getting like the evil version of certain characters. Because like there's no reason why he couldn't also have his own variant team. Well, I guess he's kind of against that, according, you know, again to the rumor of his. Maybe I'll just say that now. You know, supposedly in here, Doom will reportedly have his own team in Doomsday. Apparently, he sees the incursions as a huge danger to the multiverse and wants to stop them using Frankie Rich, Mr. Richards himself,
Mr.
Franklin
Rich.
Richards. Yeah, so that's that. But yeah, what do you did you find anything on your quick little search, or who
I
do you think
couldn't
would be
find
on the
anything
Doom?
on Team Doom. I couldn't find anything, but I saw a lot of people breaking down the idea that you're going to have multiple teams. And I think that's what kind of is reiterated when you look at the Thunderbolts, when you have the new Avengers versus the Sam Wilson's Avengers. And then now we got the Fantastic Four, and then we're going to have Team Loki, and then we're going to have Team Doom. So we got all these different teams, and how are they going to really work together? Are they going to come together even? Are they going to be very divided? That's what I'm kind of curious on. If they're going to just all group up and be like, hey, we are all Avengers, let's assemble. Or they're just going to be, like I said, Doom's going to be just strutting around, just taking names and whatnot, and then the portal's going to open and Loki's just going to step out at the end of the movie into the battle, and people are going to be like, oh my god, and then out comes on Team Loki, which according to the rumor, we're going to see X-Men 2 Detail, thank you for reminding me about that. So the rumor from different universes: Captain Carter, Steve Rogers, Sylvie, Gambit, Hunter B-15, Wolverine, and Deadpool. Hunter B-15, what the
From Loki.
fuck? Oh, right. I forgot about that. No mention of Owen Wilson, though. That's unfortunate. Mobius.
Or
Doing him dirty.
Obi, is that his name? His buddies?
Obi, yes. Yeah.
Fan favorite.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there would be some hooting and hollering in the theater if he if he stepped out of the portal.
That'd be
but
pretty sweet.
I think he might be out of his element, as you know, the great John Goodman character Walter would say. Yeah, what was I gonna say in there? For Doom also, like, I don't know. I'm looking at this. We had Infinity War. We had Endgame. Of course, Thanos wins in that first movie. I think it'll be pretty similar of a situation. Like I don't think Doom is gonna be dismantled. I obviously they could do something different than what the Infinity War setup is, but in my mind that's just kinda how it'll go. So I like Loki has some heavy hitters on that list. Like the names. I still think they're gonna be like getting beat up though. Like I think it's gonna be not a decisive victory for Team Doctor Doom, but yeah, I think it'll be a pretty assured victory, and I think a lot of that will be just on Doom himself, on the power that he's bringing to the game. We haven't seen him in action, but yeah, I don't know. I that's just what my mind is going in that direction, and obviously, I guess minor spoilers if you've seen Fantastic Four or not, skip ahead. But Fantastic Four, like they put a lot of emphasis on just the character of Franklin Richards, and obviously Galactus, like that was his main motivation, was to get this character to basically replace him. And if like that is the potential, what this character be, someone like Doom who can like really, not abuse, but take advantage of someone of that caliber. Like I'm interested in just how he does that. And yeah, I can also foresee some Doom bots popping in that would fill up some of the roster slots. Not necessarily being the main teammates of Doom, but at least have them as some henchmen to maybe just have as cannon fodder for our other characters, like the ones that you've already listed: Captain Carter, Steve Rogers. Hunter B-15 is just so on a lesser tier than all these other big names on here. It's kind of funny to see. You know, no disrespect, but like, fuck, she's no Steve Rogers or Captain Carter or let alone Wolverine Deadpool. So, but yeah,
Yeah, no, well said. Just again, for me, it's seeing all the characters together. I think that's just the exciting thing that I look forward to the most, especially in that live action representation. And I mean, even though it says Steve Rogers, hey, it could be someone else casted as him, not necessarily a Chris Evans. So
this guy.
Just having fun, man. Making movies, big adventure, having a great time.
It's so
Oh,
funny
yeah.
because that could literally be a clip from him, like red carpet of Avengers. Like, what does it feel like to be, joining the MCU and just fucking like whatever.
Just having fun, man. Making movies, big adventure, having a great time.
Tom,
It
any
fits.
comments on your most recent divorce?
Just having fun, man. Making movies.
I just fucking love that video so much. Get Tom in MCU. I feel like it's a inevitability. It's gonna happen at some point.
I 100% think it is inevitability. I think it's going to happen sooner rather than later, for sure. Oh, my goodness. Well, yeah, anything else that you want to mention on the Marvel train here?
What else? I am excited to see the team ups. I'm excited to see a more like a finalized list of what the roster could look like. Again, preface: it's all rumors. It's not guaranteed by any means, but just having some of these characters interact, like the fact that you have Steve Rogers on there with Captain Carter, like that is just such an interesting spec, like especially we got a little bit more backstory on Captain Carter through like the What If series of like how she lost her Steve in that universe, and just to have them both like Cap version, that's like an Avengers roster right there. And it's kind of funny how we've had a hard time like figuring out who's going to be the Avengers roster, but man, like there's some quality there. There's some people that could hold Mjolnir on that list, and of course Thor isn't on there as of right now. Do you have any thoughts on like where the other characters are gonna be, like the Hulk? There's the talk of him being in Brand New Day, so whatever might come of that. But yeah,
I think I never know with Hulk, because him popping up in a Spider-Man movie, never in a million years would I have thought that that's what would be happening. But here we go. So I'm excited to see how he's going to appear in here, and what his tie to the story is going to be. When you see Captain Carter and Steve Rogers, I'm wondering, okay, is it going to be if it's Captain America and Captain Carter, like they're just going to have full on super soldier sex, just get down, just can't be able to like
First 10
resist
minutes.
each other. Oh yeah, just going hot and heavy. But it says Steve Rogers in the these rumors here. So I'm wondering, okay, is that going to be a scenario similar to where Steve Rogers is in like the Hulkbuster kind of armor or the Mark II suit or whatever that Stark built or something like that, and he's just still scrawny, and then Peggy is obviously Captain Carter in this. I don't know.
I think they just did that because Captain America is technically, Sam Wilson right now. And then Captain Carter, like if they said Peggy Carter, that doesn't that I wouldn't think that would be Captain Carter. And if Loki's team is just a bunch of freaks from different universes, I guess that also kind of answers the question of what version we'd be getting of the characters listed.
Yeah.
Because obviously Sylvie is from another world, Gambit very obviously from a different world, Hunter B15 is like out of the worlds, kind of in a weird realm, and then we know about Wolverine and both Deadpool. So yeah, I just more so making me think of those types of characters. And of course, there's like Kelsey Grammer's, is that his name? That doesn't sound
Kelsey
right when I said
Grammer's
it.
Beast.
Yeah, his Beast, and Spectrum, who is she from our universe originally? Like the other Captain Marvel character.
Her name is Spectrum.
I thought it was.
Oh no, I know who you're thinking of. You're thinking of not Carol Danvers. What is her name?
Monica
Rambeau. Oh yeah,
is that the mom or the daughter? Because I guess
that's
the mom,
the daughter.
The mom version though could be on Team Loki because she's like that version when she goes through the portal at the end of the Marvels.
Maria Rambeau. That's the mom, and yeah, she appears with Kelsey Grammer's Beast. That's right.
Yeah. So like those players are either on the bench or ready to slap ass, and no mention of them here.
And it's funny because like they really like using Maria Rambeau a lot because they in Multiverse of Madness they gave her the role of being Captain Marvel, right?
I think that's the version I'm thinking of, actually.
That's the version? Okay.
I'm mixing it with the Marvels end scene. Pretty much the only scene I remember from that movie. Beyond the images, of course, that we have saved.
Yeah, I can't figure out what that name. Oh, there you go.
There you go. Look at the quality of these images, too. Like
that's night of. That's the night of the review quality.
Travis got this, or no, it was like the video clip of the Kree came here hopeful. He literally pulled that as we were driving from the movie. I think I was dropping him off at his house, and he found that. Like, he has his ways. He's a trickster.
He's a trickster, yeah. God damn. Yeah, I don't have really anything else to add. The idea that Deadpool could be popping up in here gets me excited. The idea that it's going to be primarily focused on the serious note with Doom and everything, and then you're just going to have Deadpool randomly dropping in just gets me so exciid.
He's already used like minor amounts, right? Like you can't just have him constantly fucking doing knee slappers.
That would detract.
Doom shredding people alive.
And he's got experience with the multiverse, right? So he knows going in different timelines and all that kind of stuff. And he's already doing it. He's already going to different fucking timelines because he went to like 616 and tried to join the Avengers there.
Yeah, he met Happy Hogan.
Yeah. So there's a lot of really fun stuff to be had with that. And you're right. You can't have him just go and slapstick the full send for 2.5 hours. You got to have him just be used appropriately and at the right times. Otherwise, it's Deadpool Doomsday, not Avengers Doomsday.
Do you think he's breaking the fourth wall?
Yes.
Yeah. Like, do you think he's the only character that does it? Like, nobody even acknowledges of what he's doing?
I think so, unless She-Hulk's doing it, because She-Hulk did it in her show, right? But I think, Deadpool
she's probably not in this. Unless she's on Team Doom, just the evil turn.
Team Doom.
That'd be crazy.
She's pissed that her cousin
Matt Murdock, just stop messaging her or whatever. She goes full evil.
Oh my god. Yeah, she just a little bit of this goes on. That's for you.
I love it.
Cool.
I got nothing
yeah.
else on
I
this.
got
I
nothing
am
else.
excited for more follow up on this, whether it confirms or deny the whole existence of this. But I think it also just makes sense of having this is the big Avengers title, and to have like even Thanos had his Black Order, right? Of his
Yes, that's true. That's
like
true.
Ebony Maw, the other guys that I don't remember at all. But yeah.
Ebony Maw is the only one worth remembering, anyways.
Yeah, great dialogue.
Oh yeah.
Fantastic voice, really cool looking character. I guess like the chick, the female one that had like that dual blade, she was kind of cool, but like not a lot of lines, right? Like she was just kind of a
Diablo
henchman.
villain.
Yeah, absolutely Diablo villain. And then like even like her romance partner in that movie, like again, just fucking cannon fodder. And the big one also.
Nothing. The only time they even alluded more to that was when they were being like dusted, and you see them holding each other as they fucking die in game.
This scene when they're just
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Nice.
Cool. Well, we're gonna take our first tab break, and we're gonna get into some DC news. So we'll be right
Ooh.
back. And we are back. Holy smokes, we're gonna be sneaking over into Gunn's house right now because we got some juicy stuff here. So you know Margot Robbie, right?
I think I've heard of her. She's an actress, right?
She's
Tell me something that she's been in.
Barbie is one that she was in. Very major
Mm.
film. Was number
Okay.
1 a few years back at the box office. So there's a chance that she may return as Harley Quinn.
Do I discuss?
You discuss.
Yeah, I mean, what you're talking in riddles also, because like what's the chance? I guess you have to clarify, because there was a quote by James Gunn. I think somebody asked him about the possibility of Margot
Oh,
Robbie
sorry. I thought that was
returning.
attached to a different note.
That's okay. That's why we're both here. You know, we help each other out. But yeah, the quote from James Gunn, or sorry, let me backpedal. The interviewer asked him the possibility of Margot Robbie returning, and all he said was that will be revealed down the line. Not confirming, nor denying. To me, I take that more as like just not speaking in absolutes of like, no, that's never going to happen, because like, I don't know, possibility of down the line they want to do some crazy they're already kind of doing the multiversal thing as we enter into Peacemaker season 2, but they yeah, just covering the bases if we eventually want to go down there. I think maybe like you could definitely make the argument it's more than that. I think I also have personal biases in here where I think I'm in the camp that I would actually prefer them not bringing her back, like to just do a full recast. Like I absolutely love her as Harley Quinn. Fantastic casting, and she just really brought her A game to that role. Like even more so in Birds of Prey. I think that's kind of the best for like it's all really good, but that like I just like that movie the most out of all the ones that she's been in. I did like The Suicide Squad, but Birds of Prey was something a little bit more just memorable to me. I think The Suicide Squad is still a really solid film, but the character of Harley Quinn was a little bit not of like the head honcho, I guess, in that film. But I don't know. I also have to rewatch The Suicide Squad. It's been a little bit of a hot minute there, but yeah, I don't know. Like if we're gonna be going down this new era of the James Gunn DCU with Peter Safran on the sidelines, I would prefer them just finding a new actor or actress in that role. And since I've been doing this for a little while, I've been able to see some different versions of Harley, whether that's the Harley Quinn show or the most recent would have been the Cape Crusader, which was like a very different just look of the character. And I think it kind of just broadened my, I don't even think horizons is the right term there, but I'm just gonna say broadened my outlook on the potential of like what the character is. Because in my mind, it's like, okay, you got the version who's always wearing like the classic like Joker card type character, where she's got like the black, white, and red attire, like the one from the animated series I'm mostly talking about, and then like the Arkham games where it made like a more gritty, realistic version of the character, not so cartoony. but like in the Cape Crusader, it's like a very different art style, and just I don't know, just like a darker version of the character. I feel, and the character is already really fucked up and psychotic, but I like the idea of just potentials of the character that I haven't quite seen, or maybe a different actor portraying the role in a different light than I never would have imagined. Like when we got Joaquin in the first Joker movie, like that is so different of a Joker performance than that I've seen in the past, and like even before then, there has been very different versions of that character. Whether it was Jack Nicholson, of course, the late great Heath Ledger's version of the character, but even going way back to like Caesar Romero, I want to say is the name. That's
Yep.
top of the head. Nice.
Good
Coin
job,
to
good
me
job.
for that one. Yeah, just different versions. Of course, they're the clowns, but like still very different versions of like the actor portraying it. And I think there's many actresses out there that have been known, or maybe they're up and coming, that could do a killer job. And that's not pardon me, that's not taken away from what Margot did at all, or me knocking her performance. But I don't know. It's just we're in this new era. Let's just put a fresh coat of paint on it. I think to like my little postscript on that statement is, I think I would still be down though if they potentially did like a multiverse of like appearance of the character, just for like a fun little cameo, but nothing really more than that. But yeah, that's my take on this. Again, it's very just like some little remark that James Gunn made in that interview that we're kind of dissecting here, but that's my overall take on all of that. Do you agree, disagree? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. The idea, Margot Robbie is a fantastic Harley Quinn. I really, really like her as that character, and I liked her a lot in Birds of Prey. But the idea of her coming back, I don't know, does it feel kind of like picky and choosy of, James Gunn just kind of deciding like, okay, we're going to take you and take you and take you. And again, he runs the show. So if he wants to take the best parts of the DCEU and throw it into his universe, his sandbox, then by all means, go for it. But I would like him to kind of give his stuff more of like a fresh face, which he did. Henry Cavill got the boot in favor of David Cornsweet. Black Adam got the boot in favor of everything else. So he's definitely cleaning.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh yeah,
that's what
that's
Rock's
him.
saying right now,
Oh,
watching
yeah.
us talk about this.
So I think I do think them using her, I mean, again, to each his own. If they want to, then that's their prerogative. They can do it. But I would prefer to see someone new in the role, because she did great, and pass the buck. That being said, yeah, they got the multiversal stuff now with Peacemaker. And that's probably my biggest hang up is like, well, this Peacemaker is kind of like, it's tapped into the old DCEU, but then it's starting off in this new, the new era of DC and whatnot. I get the multiversal stuff is supposed to explain that and kind of cover their butt on that kind of narrative a little bit, all that kind of dynamic. And it's whatever. I can get on board with it. It's fine. But I'm not necessarily like super, super big fan of that kind of setup, which makes me biased, because when Marvel does it, oh, I fucking love it. So there's my true colors. At the end of the day, though, yes. At the end of the day, I think, like I said, that if they bring her back, I'm sure they'll do a good job, and that I'll end up liking it either way. It'll be fine. But I would not be opposed to them giving that character to someone else, because if you bring back her, then you're obviously bringing back a different Joker. You're not gonna bring back Jared Leto, yeah, or Joaquin Phoenix, because I think that has been officially killed. So
He's 6 feet under.
He's 6 feet under. The only Joker that's really left untapped is what is his name? Barry Keoghan. Yeah, from The Batman.
The Man-Child.
Yeah. So maybe Gunn wants to line him up, and then you have a movie with him and Margot Robbie's Harley Quinn making out and doing stuff together. Who knows? But yeah, it's an interesting rumor nonetheless.
For sure.
So next, though, for Gunn. There's been a lot of interesting things that's kind of been popping up about them. I saw a comment about Gunn wanting to get things underway for like another Superman project or whatnot. But the thing that we're going to be talking about is Super Family. Now, what do you know about Super Family? Because wasn't too familiar with it until they started talking about it in the Discord, GV Discord, and then I was like, oh, okay, so it's like the next gen kind of thing going at it.
I mean, nothing more than what I would have like assumed it being, like Superman, Supergirl, just the super fam. Like those are the only real two honchos that I think of when it comes to that, but I'm sure I'm missing quite a few. Do you have like a roster list? I can pull it up also.
So the leader I have is Superman, and then you have Superboy, Connor Kent. Then you have the Eradicator,
Con-El?
and then you have Con-El.
Con-El. It's like
Con-El. Yeah. He's a genetic clone of Superman created on the orders of Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Yeah,
I mean,
we've seen clones so
did we
far.
see that? Yeah.
We did. And you have John Henry Irons, Steel, and Supergirl, Kara. And
Steel?
then
Like Shaq Steel?
John Henry Irons, Steel. Let's look at this.
That's
up.
Shaq. That's got to be Shaq. Like, not that version, but like that character. I'm sure that's the same character.
Where does
'cause I think it's a DC character.
Where does Shaq come into play here?
The movie's called Steel. We retroed it, didn't we?
We retroed a movie called
Or am I
Steel?
tripping major balls right now? Steel, is it with an E?
1997.
Yeah, D-Toll. It's the Shaq movie. There you go. Steel, DC.
Oh, so Shaq plays
Yeah,
this character.
1997
okay.
movie.
I was thinking, how the fuck is Shaq Steel in this? Like, we didn't retro this,
O'Neal.
and if we did, I was not a part of it. I don't remember
We
this at all.
definitely covered this in some way, shape, or form. Maybe it was a watch along. I can't remember. But
Travis, if you're listening, confirm.
he'll remember. Because I
This
wouldn't have seen
poster's
it otherwise. Like, I
brutal.
feel like I wouldn't have put this on, but I digress.
My God, he
That's
looks
pretty
so.
cool.
He looks so like uncomfortable in this poster. Are you looking at it? I'm gonna pull it up.
I've
here.
seen the movie, so yes, I know exactly what you're talking about. This image, yeah.
Heroes don't
Yeah.
come any bigger. God damn.
Not a good movie. Not a good movie whatsoever.
No, it doesn't look like it. It doesn't
Oh, and
look
Kazam.
Kazam.
Where's the
So yeah,
genie?
well, there you go. Yeah, so Steel is his comic book form looks a lot cooler. He's got like a big Superman S on his chest, and he's got a red cape and everything like that. He looks absolutely terrifying. So yeah, those are 4 members. It says enemies: Cyborg, Superman. Allies: they got the Justice League. That's a good ally to have. Yeah, and that's the Super Family. It seems.
God, it says Jimmy Olsen is a key member in here. I did not love our Jimmy Olsen that we got.
Of the Super Family, Jimmy Olsen is a key member.
Yeah.
He's not on my list. What the heck
Oh,
are
that's
you
like
looking at?
major AI telling me that, so it's probably
Oh, okay.
a fallacy.
Yeah, take it with a grain of salt.
Absolutely take it with a grain of salt. That is not pitch perfect.
So yeah, I think there's potential here. I think that it's again, James Gunn, I feel like excels at doing these big group movies, and I know he's done a plethora of other superhero films, films that are not superhero movies, other films. And there's a lot of them that I've yet to see, so I can't fully speak to it. If there are a lot of them, they basically have like 1 or 2 protagonists, and it's a much smaller kind of crowd. But from what I've seen with this superhero stuff, they're all big team projects, and I think that he does a great job at kind of making sure, hey, I'm not falling off the wagon a little bit. I can stay on top of these different character arcs, and I'm able to keep tabs on everything and kind of just jump in on the moving train ride and just follow it right to the end of the movie. And I think that's great. So I don't think it's out of character for him to kind of dive into another team movie like this that isn't Justice League, really. I think Justice League is something he wants to kind of keep at bay for a little bit, hence when you got whatever the team was in Superman, and then maybe if he's doing the Super Family next or whatever. But is there anything else you want to add to the Super Family, or do you want to talk about that villain possibility?
My only I guess holdback that I would have on the Super Family concept on if it's not just one big movie and we're going to be getting multiple projects, like there's already the Supergirl one announced that we know of. is like, how different is their move set and power set, and like, is that going to be something that's just kind of like a lot of super like projects in a row? Like, does that just kind of get boring if we have very similar move sets of just like an invincible person, kryptonites? You know, that's the one caveat that they can't really get around. That would be my only kind of holdback. But I did end up really enjoying Superman. It wasn't a perfect movie, but I don't know. It was a fun enough dive into the, pardon me, hiccups hit me. The universe there.
Yeah, you make a good point. I mean, how many times can you do a clone, really, of our main head honcho? Like, I just feel like he can get kind of repetitive. But again, if he's like a younger clone version of him or something like that, then maybe we're not done. Well, no, I think we're pretty done with the clone that was in Superman of David Corn Sweat. I mean, he knocked him out into like the ether in between worlds, glitch flowing pool river things out into another dark hole or something. So that fucker is never coming back, at least yet. Yeah. But anyways, the possible villain here is Brainiac. Now, my experience with Brainiac is next to nothing, except for the fact that I know he's a super intelligent android, cyborg-like creature from the planet Kolu, I believe, and he's obsessed with collecting all the knowledge that he can in the known universe. I'm not sure exactly how evil he is and whatnot, but it seems like he is a very, very prominent DC villain. So I'd be excited to see him pop up in here. And I think if I remember correctly, having conversations with Travis, people have wanted to see Brainiac pop into the big screen for quite some time here.
Yeah, I mean, it's got an awesome name. Anytime you have someone of like a super intelligent cross with like some sort of technology infused, like I feel like that's just okay. He's gonna be a pretty powerful badass. I don't think I have any experience with this character. Like maybe if I don't think I have any experience actually at all. But just the concept of someone that's like super genius like that, techno infused, makes me think of oh my gosh, what was his name from X-Men 97? He was like our big villain who Mr. Sinister was working for. He was he had a stupid name. I don't like his name.
What was his name?
I feel like it's like Ethan or something. No disrespect to Ethan out there listening, but it's just not a name I would have expected.
Ethan.
But anyways, that's the type of character that I kind of think of and really, really like that villain. So I do like the potential of what it is. It would make sense for this being like a powerful combatant to these super powerful characters. And I mean, if like the fans are really been wanting that character, there has to be, some solid reasons for it. So I'm pretty excited for it, even though I don't have any skin in the game when it comes to that character. Did you find it?
Yeah.
I'll do it quick.
I honestly did not look. I stopped with Ethan. I thought, yeah, I'm just gonna refer to him as Ethan from now on.
It's Bastion. That's his name.
Oh yeah, right. Yeah,
Cool
the
character.
almighty Bastion. Yeah.
Still don't like the name.
Cool. Now, I guess this probably goes hand in hand with what Travis was telling me, actually, with people kind of wanting to see Brainiac. But him appearing in some concept art with Superman, Supergirl, and Crypto, and the Superman special features, kind of stuff like that. So they're definitely toying with the idea, and I think they want to get him out there. So it's probably only a matter of time finding the right kind of IP to make it happen. IP? No, I guess right character to throw him in with. But yeah, they've been popping off though, and it seems like their latest untitled movie is slated for a 2027 release in June. Who knows what that could be? Because when is the Batman Part 2 coming out? Part 2 release date.
Fuck. I feel like it just got penned. 2 years? 2027?
October 1st, 2027. Yeah.
October 2027. God, that feels so long.
Is that the official frickin' day? By 1 year to... Yeah, okay, so it seems like that is the official day. Yeah. They keep changing the date and moving the goalposts on that, so it's hard to keep track.
Yeah.
But anyways, looks like we're still on the DC track record right here. We've got Henchmen DC film. Now it's supposed to have like a Joker and Harley kind of theme to it, where it's being pitched by Zach Cregger. So basically, you have a low-level henchman in the Gotham crime world who gains notoriety after managing to incapacitate Batman through the stroke of luck. So you would have Batman appearing very minorly and briefly in the movie, but then you have Harley Quinn and Joker. They're basically attached to this project as well. So again, whether or not it's Margot Robbie remains to be seen, but it seems like, okay, they're definitely eyeballing who's going to be Joker and Harley Quinn in this, if this movie does take off. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I need a little bit more substance here. I think I am down to follow some villains, but just like the idea of like a low level henchman, I don't know. I'm not so against it. I think I'm of two minds. Where, on one hand, like, I hope this just doesn't make Batman look like a fucking idiot. Like, he's just going down the stairs, slips on a banana peel, concusses himself, and like this is the start of the project where you have this villain that dismantled Batman. Like, when you say it that way, like I definitely don't want that. But I don't know if it's done clever and fun. Like, is this going to be more of a comedy? Is this going to be dark and gritty? I don't know. I need more than what's just pitched here. But
what if I told you it being Zach Cregger, so Barbarian, Weapons,
that's
guy.
the director?
That's the guy, yeah. Being pitched by Zach Cregger, so he's the one behind those other films.
I'm more interested, knowing that that's the name attached to it.
And Miss March. Can't forget that 2009
Oh,
hit
man.
film.
I remember liking that movie back in the day. It probably doesn't hold up, but I remember liking it.
Yeah.
That's actually tangent. Have you ever seen that movie?
I have. Miss March?
So,
oh, yeah.
Do you remember the character Horse-Dick.mpeg?
That's a very specific
That's
character.
Craig Robinson's character. He's like this pimp. Spoilers for that movie.
Yes,
he always just talks about how like he just hooks up with all these like Playboy girls or whatever, and then it's revealed that he like does not have a penis in the movie, and they like show it, and it's just like this this thing with like two straws sticking out. It's probably such a low tier movie, but that will just forever be ingrained in my head. The Horse-Dick.mpeg. It's just a funny name. That's like his rapper name, I think. And I love Craig Robinson, so yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It definitely boosts the interest level, not necessarily the hype level. Untitled movie slated for 2027 June. I'm only gonna be thinking about the Batman when it comes to that year. I think as long as nothing keeps getting moved on that one, hopefully not. What about you? Are you hyped? Are you excited? Zach Cregger just came off a Weapons review.
I mean, anything this guy does, it has my full attention, and I'd be really excited to see. And we're going to be talking about the Resident Evil thing later, the film rumor part. But him helming a project with Joker and Harley, and just this up-and-comer henchman guy who wants to just kind of make a name for himself and rise up the ranks of the crime world in Gotham City. Absolutely, I think there's going to be so much cool stuff that could be coming out of a movie like that with a director like that. What Zach is doing with his films, and again, just the two main ones, Barbarian and Weapons, that everyone's talking about, is he has such a interesting way of taking these cinematic shots and really delivering on the tension of these moments. I think it's just fantastic. I can't wait to see if something does come to fruition at DC with him doing something like this, because it would be a very dark project, and I think he's great at tackling dark storylines and dark narratives, but also giving them a good bit of a comedic twist. And that's something I really liked about Weapons, is there are moments where it is serious and whatnot, but he implements these great like skit level comedic moments, and I think that's the kind of stuff you want with Joker, where it's very serious and it's very freaky and traumatizing, but he's got this weird comedic beat to it, and I think a director like Zach could definitely nail it. So yeah. Oh well, let's do you have anything else you want to add to the DC train, or should we mosey on?
Is that it? Yeah. I got nothing else to add on that stuff.
Cool. All right. Well, we're going to jump to our last ad break and we're going to get back into some film stuff. So we'll be right back. And we are back. All right. So we're getting into the film rumors point of this show. And there's some juicy ones here. So to start us off, we're going to talk about 2 Star Trek films in the works. Now, are you a big fan of Star Trek?
You know, I probably should be because my name's Kirk. You know, people like to call me Captain Kirk sometimes, my day-to-day. I tried watching the 60s version back in the day when it was on Netflix. I got a few episodes in, and I was able to enjoy, like, the filmmaking aspect of it. Like, I thought just, like, the practical sets, it being, like, from the 60s, like, damn, like, for their time, like, this would have been crazy to just be watching this. This is pre-Star Wars, right? Star Wars would have been in the 70s, so I was able to enjoy it in that aspect. I don't think I really peaked on Star Trek until I got to like the J.J. Abrams movies. Now, I haven't even seen all of those ones. I think the last one I would have seen was the Dark... What was it called? Dark World? Dark Dimension? Dark Side of the Moon?
God. You have Into Darkness.
Into Darkness, which is the second one, right?
Yes, that's right, with Khan.
So that would have been the last one. Is that the last one? Or
the last one is Star Trek Beyond.
Okay, I haven't seen that one, but I really like the first one. I think I also just liked Chris Pine enough. He's charismatic in that role, and it was just a fun adventure. I haven't revisited those, so I'm curious if they hold up to today's standards, at least for myself. But no, not really. It's kind of been a blind spot for me. Not as much of a blind spot as like Stargate is. I really don't know much about that series at all. I know it's a favorite of yours, but yeah, it was one of those shows where like I remember going over to like, I don't know, my uncle's house or something, and he was just binge watching like Star Trek, and I'm like, man, this show is just so fucking boring. But no disrespect to any Star Trek fans out there. I know you are out there. But I was just a youngin', and I was not vibing with what that show was. But I'm sure there's some good sauce in there. What news do you have for me, Star Trek related?
Well, it seems like they're going to be doing one of these films with Captain Kirk, the classic crew, and all that kind of stuff, and then the other would be new characters. That would be from Andre, director Toby Haynes.
His name's Andre Toby Haynes?
No, Andre was this project that I'm going to Google because I don't fully understand it. I know it's written in the notes.
Okay.
This says, with new
me.
characters from Andre, director Toby Haynes. So, does that ring any bell?
Andre. Don't know Andre at all.
When I Google it, it says Andre is a French and Portuguese origin name. Andre film 1994. I don't see Toby
I must have missed that
Haynes in
detail in the
there.
notes. You know, I should have looked that up afterwards, but I did not see that in there. And then
Save
on
me.
here, last part would have been J.J. Abrams producing both projects.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know how I feel about that because I don't have a lot of skin in the game. Like I'm not nostalgic for one or the other. Of course, like Captain Kirk just comes to mind when I think of Star Trek.
Andor director. Fuck
Oh,
me.
Fucking Travis with his shitty notes. I'm just kidding, Travis. I appreciate all your notes you give us, but I did not realize it was the same director. That's pretty cool because that is my top tier. That's like my Mount Rushmore of Star Wars projects. I would say is Andor in general. And
What
that
about
would get
Andre?
me-
You like that show?
Andre. It's like a fucking biopic of Andre the Giant or something. Like I don't know what that would be. But okay, that actually gets me more intrigued by this. So I am glad that it was misspelled because, you know, you had me in the first half. I'm like, I don't know.
Build up that
Don't really have
suspense.
nostalgia. Don't really care. But then just having that pairing, and the fact that I did at least enjoy like the JJ movie or two that I fucking Zoe Saldana is in that, isn't she?
She is. Yeah,
There you go.
Lieutenant O'Hara, I think. I can't never really say her name right. But,
Yeah. I am interested actually. I'm I think this is something where more details helps or hinders it greatly. Like I was one that I think you and Travis asked me in a private chat of like what, like, you know, we're gonna be seeing the new Tron movie, and I'm like, fuck no, man. Like I don't care about Tron. I didn't even see the was it Bryan Cranston? Was he in the other one, or am I thinking Power Rangers? I always get those two
You're
mixed
thinking
up.
Power Rangers.
Okay. There was like a new-ish Tron movie though that came out, right? Like in our lifetime, like maybe
10
in
years
the 10s.
ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like I seen the old Trons. Those were like blowing my mind as a kid, like watching those on VHS, but did not care about the new version. And then hearing about the new one, I'm like, I don't fucking care. I'm not a Nine Inch Nails listener. Like there's just nothing getting there. Seeing that trailer though on the big screen, oh my god, I'm juicing. I'm there. I'm so excited for that movie. So this is very much the same avenue. I'm at the end of the day, I'm a visual guy. If it looks gorgeous, good soundtrack or whatever it might be, just good visuals, like I want to be
fan.
there in the what?
Jared Leto fan.
Why would I be a Jared Leto fan?
He's in Tron, new Tron movie.
Oh yeah, he's like every villain.
Yeah.
He's like Agent Smith. You're right.
Yeah.
I forgot about that. Okay, I'm there for Jared Leto, I guess. I guess I just get to see him die a lot on screen. You know, they're
He
gonna be just
is.
popping off on the Letos. I also don't think I'm like a massive Jared Leto hater by any means. Just don't love some of the most recent.
Yeah, you're not.
performances.
You're not.
Thanks for that. So yeah, I don't know. I was kind of mumbling there, but what about you?
I mean, I'm not a big Jared Leto hater either, but
Let's start with Jared Leto.
yeah, I'm excited for this. I really, really am. I've become more of a late bloomer in the Star Trek kind of fandom. I went back and watched Next Generation, and really, really liked the adventures with Jean-Luc Picard and everything that are kind of
Is
going
that the
on
Patrick
there.
Stewart one?
That's the Patrick Stewart
Okay.
one. Yeah,
That must
Yeah.
have some seasons to it. Is that a daunting?
It's got a few seasons. I can't remember. It's been a while since I got into it, but it's got a few seasons to it, and it's just a good time. I really, really like it. It gives me those good Stargate kind of vibes, but
For sure.
that's one I like to go and rewatch. I did try to watch the original Star Trek, and some of it's, like you said, it's ahead of
It's
its
dated.
time. It is dated though. It's very dated. So I'm not really there for it, but the newer stuff by JJ, I really like that first Star Trek film. I really love Into Darkness. That is one of my favorite movie scenes of all time, which just it's like fucking top tier chef's kiss. And then Beyond was okay. There were some really, really good moments in there, but it as large scale as it was, it still felt pretty claustrophobic. And I mean, the whole movie pretty much takes place outside of the Enterprise. You don't have anything in the Enterprise in there, which is kind of lame. I think some of my favorite things are them just trying to, part of the ship, part of the crew, keep that thing afloat and
Playing liar's dice.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Serving up sentences.
That's what Kirk's doing.
Captain
So-
Kirk, you're a liar, and you'll spend eternity on the Enterprise. I forgot you added that. Oh my god, that's hilarious. I like that.
Yeah, I think we definitely gotta let's get some more stuff out. And Paramount's been popping off. They just did a Star Trek movie called Section 31, which I have not watched, and then they have a new Star Trek show or a season of it, like Brave New Worlds or something like that. So
That sounds
there's
right.
there's lots of stuff. They're spearheading all those projects. So I'm excited. I'm very much excited. But anything else you want to add Star Trek related?
I am curious how like the fans of the Star Trek universes, specifically, there he is, said that word a lot today, is going to be enjoying not just the remake of the like Captain Kirk, because I'm sure there were some hardcore fans that really hated the Chris Pine version, or maybe some that thought it was a really good version. But like just with the new version, like the new crew, and I think that one is probably easier to do because there's not like the expectations of matching the certain what makes the characters themselves, not just with Captain Kirk, but the rest of the crew. So yeah, I think I'm interested in what the general Star Trek fans are feeling.
Cool. Right on. All right. Our next one is, and this is very coincidental too, new film in the World War Z universe. And it seems like this is a pretty big priority for Paramount. And funny enough, back in the day after the first one had dropped, I think they were working really hard to get that sequel into production, and it almost came about, but it fell to the curb and wasn't able to get its feet off the ground, unfortunately. But I was just playing World War Z Aftermath. I just booted up because it's on Games Pass. So I booted up and I played the
Is it
daylights out of the
cross-gen?
first one.
Because I have that game too, and my dad was also cooking on that game. He has it on PC. I don't know if it's cross-gen.
Don't know if it's cross-gen. I'll have to look. But yeah, like, so then I fucking love that game.
Yeah.
And it's just when the hordes are coming, it's so satisfying and like freaky when they're just
It's crazy. Yeah.
piling over each other. It's still got a pretty active community because I hopped in and played some of the campaign story missions, and it's good. It's got like a Left 4 Dead vibe mixed with some, like a the Division kind of, or like a Ghost Recon kind of vibe. But yeah, it's a great game. So funny that this popped up. That movie, the first one with Brad Pitt, just kind of always lingers in the back of my mind. There's just multiple sequences in that film that just really make me antsy and uncomfortable, and I wouldn't want to be alive in that world. I don't feel good about it.
I still haven't seen it.
What?
Yeah, that's been a blind spot for me.
Oh.
I feel like there's some juicy zombie movies that I've never seen. Like, we did our retro, so I saw Dawn of the Dead, Zombieland, of course, but like Train to Busan, like I've always heard that one's amazing.
And you've
Still
never
haven't
seen that one?
No, I still haven't
That's
seen that
like the peak. Like
Yeah.
it's up there for zombie films. That just brought in a
You
whole
mentioned
new fresh wave.
There's some good Korean ones that like not just that one, right? There's a handful of some really good
There's a
Korean zombie
handful.
movies.
They do, yeah, over in the east, east of Canada. Those folks over there, they're making some
I think they're also
amazing.
west, depending on how far you want to go.
That's
I feel
true,
like it's probably
east and
closer
west.
if we go west, but yeah.
They're on another level when it comes to zombies. Just the actors and their movements and just the storytelling. And Netflix has a lot of good projects too that have been created from our friends in the east to the west for different zombie projects. So yeah.
Some south in there,
Yeah.
north if you go all the way. Yeah, no, I've dabbled in the video game like super briefly, but I did like that, and just the idea of like the fast zombies that are just like ants, where they're just piling on top of each other and like making fucking human bridges, and it's like the most terrifying version of zombies. I think like there's the Dead Rising ones, like that video game where you're in a mall and they're just kind of wandering about. There's special types, but for the most part they're just mindless wandering around. But that version where they're like sprinters, like yeah, fuck me, nope. I'm taking the easy way out. I think in that universe, but yeah. So getting back to our topic of there potentially being a new film in that universe, would you want to see like a prequel, a sequel? Since I haven't seen the movie, I don't know if they like cover like the breakout of that event, or is it just like cliff notes, no spoilers, but like is it something that you see day one?
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you any spoilers.
I know there's
But-
zombies in the movie, so you can say
Yes, there are zombies. There's werewolves and vampires.
that. Ooh, Kate Beckinsale, perhaps.
Yeah. Oh fuck yeah, popping up with Brad Pitt. I would like to see There's a lot of ground that's covered in this movie, and when I say prequel, I don't need to see necessarily like them leading up to like the day of, but something where it's like close to when it started. I don't want to see something in the future where it's like oh my god, a Terminator Salvation where they're already handling the situation and they're dealing with it living in this post-apocalyptic world. I don't want that scenario. I want another perspective where it's near the start of everything, maybe people are being evacuated, and that's something that I really like. There was a show, what was it called? Oh my god. My god. It was called Black Summer, and this was a 2-season thing on Netflix, and it was so fucking depressing, but it was such a good, terrifying zombie show, and it just kind of shows the early days of the zombie apocalypse where you have strangers kind of coming together. I highly recommend it. It's eerie, and it really shows the dark, shitty side of humanity with a couple positive beats in there too, but not many. I would like to see that in this world. I think that would be really, really cool.
Nice.
Yeah. Moving
No
on,
comment.
unless you have
No further
anything
comment.
else. No
Nope.
further comment. Okay. We're gonna be touching down on the Transformers note here. Holy shit, Michael Bay, Transformers. Never
Is he
thought.
back?
Oh, he's back. He's back. Did you hear the news about all these Transformers things coming
No,
out?
I don't know anything about this, so lay it on me, son.
So we have Michael Bay coming back to do a Transformers movie. And if I remember correctly, so they're doing a Transformers G.I. Joe crossover. They're doing another.
Isn't that like? Wasn't that supposed to already happen? Like after the Primal movie, wasn't that? Is that where they made that connection?
After Rise of the Beast, yeah,
Rise
that's
of the
where
Beast. That's
they
what it was.
set it up big time. So we're supposed to be getting that. Then we're getting a live action Michael Bay Transformers movie, and then I believe we're getting another animated one. So those are like the 3 right now. So I'm there for it. I'm totally there for it. The idea that again Michael Bay tackling the story, I don't know.
Back.
Well, I'm curious, is he going to drop in and give us his true Transformers 6 film? I feel like right now we're in an era where, hey, you're going to get Pirates 6. Hey, you're going to get Transformers 6. And it's just cool to kind of think we're getting these six-offs here. But, I mean, the Transformers 5, the last night, that Michael Bay one, the last one that he did, it ended on a massive cliffhanger, and it was opened up for Unicron to come into play. And then Rise of the Beasts introduced Unicron, so they've kind of already tapped into that. I don't think you can really bring Unicron back. So
Is that a character?
it's a character, yeah. It's a planet-eating Transformer.
Galactus.
Galactus level, yeah, absolutely. So we'll have to see what he's really going to be doing and which story he's going to be going down, if he wants to do his own or if he's going to be continuing off where Rise of the Beast is kind of at right now. But they're very different characters when you look at the Transformers that are established in this new era versus the Bay ones. The ones in this new era, I feel like they're more dark and grittier, and Optimus Prime just hates humans. Where in the Bay ones, Optimus Prime is like, protect humans at all costs.
Man.
I'll die for humans.
Best,
and whatnot.
like, just pep talker. Like, fuck yeah, let's go.
My
Those
God.
quotes.
I usually like there's a little inside fact. Not most of the time, but quite often I'll play Optimus Prime quotes where he's just talking and it's like you just want to die for him. It's just so fucking motivational. And just even the dark stuff too, when he just like reams humanity out, when humanity's like, you need to go away because the Decepticons are here because of you. And Optimus Prime is like, well, if we go, we'll respect your wishes, but what if we go and you are wrong? It's like, oh fuck.
I hope he says it a little bit differently than that.
He does. I
That's not
paraphrased a
top
bit.
tier quality.
He
What happens if we
says it
go
better.
and they don't go and you die?
He says it better than I do.
I
That
believe
Peter
you.
Cullen voice. Oh man.
Peter Cullen. I can't even picture what this chap looks like. Like, obviously I can hear his. Let's get an image.
My name is Optimus Prime. That's a fucking terrible voice. I'll pull him up.
Canadian
here for
voice
you.
actor? Fuck. Canadian.
Mr.
Yeah, look at
Peter
him.
of Cullen, Montreal.
Montreal.
Yeah, and he's been Optimus Prime since
Since the
Optimus
get-go.
Prime, really. I mean, he's done it in all the films, all the old, the 80s movie and whatnot. Like, he's been there through the fucking mill. And I think, oh, look at that, Piglet's Big Adventure. Winnie the Pooh. Who the fuck is he voicing in Winnie the Pooh?
Optimus Prime. There's a crazy crossover.
Holy
What if
fuck,
I
that is
leave
crazy.
and they come and fucking never would and slaughter you?
He plays Eeyore in Winnie the Pooh.
Okay.
Holy shit, that's crazy.
Very different type of gravitas that Eeyore has versus, or sorry, vice versa. But
Yeah, wow.
interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, what about you? You love Transformers.
I think I loved Transformers at a point in time. I didn't get around to seeing Transformers 1, like the kind of origin animation video movie. It was a movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I tapered off. Like, I don't even know which was the last movie I saw. I do kind of want to go through and just watch them again because, like, that first Transformers movie, I fucking love that movie. Like, that came out, like, the perfect time for me. It's funny, like, how much this kind of just memed on it, too. Like, you always see the, I don't know, when I leave the party without saying goodbye to anyone, and then it just, like, starts playing the fucking soundtrack that's, like, directed by Michael Bay. Like, you've seen those clips.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely loved the soundtrack at the time. Like, it was when I was playing sports, and those were just, like, get hyped music songs, you know? Like that just came out of, like, a perfect era for me. And the fact that I haven't seen, like, even the last ones of that generation of them, I think that speaks to my overall excitement of them. I did start Rise of the Beast, but I think I like put it on and fell asleep and just never went back to it. I saw Bumblebee, which I don't know if that's positive or negative, but I had a good time with that movie. Terrible villain. John Cena was awful.
He was not
in that,
great.
in that
Not
movie.
great.
I don't think it was performance. Definitely just writing the character, but still, not a memorable by any means. But I don't know. Like, good trailer again. It speaks to the Tron thing. Like, I thought I was done with Tron. I saw the trailer and I really want to see that. So I'm definitely not gonna just say fuck no right now. I don't know if this is gonna mean we're gonna have to do a Transformers retro or something along the lines of
please.
that. But
Travis will never agree to it though.
he would never agree with it. But that might just be a you and me thing. But I think I would be open to it.
Oh fuck yeah, we'd have a good time. That'd be great.
Yeah.
We can skip the one movie. We can just do the live action
Did you watch
stuff.
it? Did you not like it?
No, I haven't watched it yet. So when I watch it and like it, then maybe I'll toss it back into the retro.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else on Transformers? Are you good to go?
I'm very interested in seeing how it would do numbers wise of getting like Michael Bay. Because did he do like even when they switched to like Mark Wahlberg? Like was he still a part of those?
He
ones?
was. He was. Yeah. Because the Last Night made 605 million worldwide, and its budget was like 260 million. So that's
Holy
rough. Paramount lost over 100 million with that one.
Jeez, that's crazy. I wonder why they stopped. Yeah. Okay. 2007 was the first one. Gonna be coming up on 20 years later.
Fuck, I'm old.
Michael
So
Bay
the one
returning.
before Last Night, Age of Extinction, made 1.1 billion. So you can see why.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember seeing Last Night. I went and saw Last Night, and then I took. I think I saw it 3 times in theaters. I went on.
Not surprised.
took two different girls on dates. Not the same time, but I took them to that movie.
Same night?
No. Separate nights.
What a player. My God. Let's unravel this one.
That movie is like almost 3 fucking hours. And I saw it once on my own and then, twice, 2 other times with 2 different ladies.
That is so funny. That is crazy. I didn't know that lore aspect about you.
It's a lot of fucking Optimus Prime. I was eating that shit up.
Just fully engaged in the movie, not paying attention to your date at all.
Yeah, there you go, detail. Yeah, that's it's a power move.
Yeah.
It is. You assert your dominance. Cool. Well, yeah, I got nothing else on Transformers.
Did it work out with any of the ladies? Or
No.
They hated the fucking movie. 3 hours of this?
I
Are you
think the
kidding
movie
me?
killed it for sure.
Yeah.
But then I met my wife. I took my wife to see fucking It Chapter 1, and there we go. So if you're gonna take a girl on a date, take her to see It and not Transformers.
I think the first movie Shay and I went and saw together. I might be wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure it was Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, like the first Wizarding World one. And I don't really remember any of the movie, and I didn't keep going down that series. But
Guys just making out the whole
it was a
time.
good date. Yeah,
Just not even paying attention to the movie.
absolutely. That's when she was working there too, so that was different
Oh,
time.
free movie. So
different
it's
era.
good you didn't have to pay for that movie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm still not paying. That was a good investment. Although,
There you go. Cool. Well, next on the docket, Shrek 5 has been delayed. I mean, it is what it is. I got nothing to add to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was in that like crazy December slot, wasn't it? With like all those millions of other movies.
Yes,
And
it
then it got
was.
pushed back.
Yes, because I think it was.
Is it out of the year now?
I think it was 2026.
But like it was December, I thought.
So Shrek 5 is originally slated, previously set for release on July 1st, 2026, and it was delayed to December 23rd, 2026. But
Oh,
it was delayed again because I'm pretty sure it was bumped to June 30th, 2027. So it's been bumped a couple times.
Like a whole year from the original.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll probably be there when it comes out. So
Yeah, I'll be there. Maybe we'll do a retro. Who knows? Just do
And then I
retros
saw
for
her
everything and stress
face.
Travis out.
I believe that.
The one
Not
there's
a
so many
trace.
there's so many jokes that just they live rent free in my head. But like the one where it's like tonight on Nights, I'm got a white Bronco going south.
They pepper spray him, or they
Oh,
just
yeah.
pepper his eyes.
Yeah.
Fuck.
They don't
That's
do
Shrek
humor
2.
like that anymore.
In
That's
my
Shrek
mind,
2.
Shrek 2 is superior than Shrek 1.
Oh, it is. It
yeah,
is.
okay. I don't know. I don't know if it was like
So
a
good.
unanimous decision, but Shay and I think it was like a year ago. We were going through them. Ended up tapering off because I just really did not like the last one. I think I was tapering off on the second last one, but the actual last one kind of lost me. But
Yeah.
number 2, man, like first one, fucking solid movie, so good, like 10 out of
It's so
10. But that
good.
second one is just something special. Like they
Prince
they ramp it up.
Charming and everything.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
It's so good.
100%. Tonight
Yeah.
on Nights.
I can't believe they put an OJ joke in that movie.
I don't even remember that, and I
That's
watched
the
it.
white. That's the white Bronco.
Oh my god!
Because they're like,
That one went
donkey,
over my head.
donkey's
Yeah.
the white horse
On the-
house, so they're like, we got a white Bronco going south there, southbound. It's like,
They were
holy
going
shit.
for it in those
They
that
were.
era. Wow.
Yeah, that's
Respect.
crazy. Crazy.
Big expectations for the new one. I think
Oh,
it, like,
absolutely.
it's obviously gonna have a different animation than what the original had, just because it's so much later on. But I mean, Puss in Boots had that though, with The Last Wish, and I absolutely adored that movie.
Yeah. Yeah, that movie just slays. That movie slays. That's
Slays.
It's got Riz. It's got Riz.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, working on my vocabulary.
Let's end this cast before you keep going with more of those terminologies.
No cap, no cap.
Okay, bussin'. I'm learning some of them. I'm working with some youngins.
Top Gun 3. This is also another priority at Paramount.
As it should be.
I'm down. I want to see more, like what's going on here, because that last one was just fucking phenomenal.
Yeah, that one blew me away. I was very excited for it, and it was just so much better. I think that was like, I think that might have been the first time I saw a movie alone in theaters, and I fucking had a great time. I was vibing with that one, and I saw it multiple times in theaters, and I've seen it multiple times since, and I still absolutely love that movie. Give me more. I'm down. I'm there.
Oh yeah. Next, new World War Z film in the works. Just kidding, we already talked about it, but it was in our notes twice. So
There you go.
Before we get into our last Zach news here with the Resident Evil film, let's throw in Mike's question here. What director and or writer would you like to see take control of the next big screen Star Trek film?
Over to me. I did
Yes.
pull a name earlier. Who was it? Oh, yes. The great David Leitch, director of Bullet Train, Fall Guy, Atomic Blonde, Deadpool 2, Hobbs and Shaw, John Wick, the original. Yeah, I don't know. It just seems like a good blending of comedy and action. Yeah, no, I don't really have much more to add to that. I couldn't think of a writer per se. I'm usually pretty bad at plucking those ones out of the woodworks, but it just seems like a good pairing there. I think like my heart of heart picks, and like, you know, it's a fantasy world, I could pick whoever I want. It would probably be like a Denis Villeneuve or a Nolan. We know Denis busy with of course next Dune project, and then what was the big thing he just got casted in that we thought he wouldn't be?
James
for sure?
Bond.
James Bond, yeah, exactly. So, but like again, that's got awesome action in it, and with Dune, just like the sci-fi elements, the world building, definitely would love to see him be a part of that. But and then Nolan is just like one of the goats. You know, you gotta like anything he's a part of, it's gonna be glorious and beautiful. And but David Leitch, I think, is also super solid. Great, like practical stunts in his movies, which I don't know a lot about Star Trek, but I remember from the JJ films there being some good action sequences, and you know, little peppers of comedy in there also. And Bullet Train was one of the funniest theater experiences I ever had. It was a good belly laughing time, and
Yeah,
that's my pick.
said. I would honestly go for a Joseph Kosinski, F1 director. I really love that movie. It was
Okay.
fantastic, and I think there was a right combination of like seriousness, drama, and then little upbeat moments that were comedic and lighthearted and just soulful. And again, the cinematography was fantastic. The scenes and just the close-ups and just the action and with the vehicles and whatnot. It just makes me think, okay, we could see a movie here with this director leading the charge and give us something that's, got the ships and everything in space, and then give us that crew dynamic. This movie is about these two guys on the same team that are just at each other's throats, kind of, and their pit crew is just not really rallied together, and so you have all this drama. Let's do that on a Enterprise. Have this new guy in the chair, and the crew just kind of be all kind of at each other's throats a little bit, not working as a team, and then they rally together in the end, and they become a crew or something like that. I don't know. There's different areas there, and I think Joseph Kosinski could definitely do it. So I'm very much on board for that. His other projects that he has done, because I was kind of curious here, so let me just pull it up and take a look, because he
Oblivion.
has done...
Tron Legacy, actually, which is kind of hilarious.
Speaking of
We just
Tron,
talked
that's
about that.
funny. Yeah, I think Oblivion was relatively positive.
I liked it for a good chunk of the movie.
Yeah.
Spiderhead, really didn't like that movie, but that's okay.
I
Top
don't
Gun
know if I
Maverick,
saw that.
absolutely fucking love that movie.
This is weird. He's got the Gears of War Mad World launch trailer. Director Joseph Kosinski. Literally says the launch trailer for Gears of War 2006 with the song Mad World, covered by Gary Jules. Director Joseph Kosinski.
That must have been a good fucking
That's-
trailer.
It
Must be cooking
was.
on that
That's one of the all-time like top tier video game trailers. Oh, it's so fucking
There you
good.
go.
But weird. But I guess it's your portfolio. So there you go. All right. Our last topic of this cast, then we're gonna bounce out of here. Zach Cregger coming back. His details have been unveiled for the Resident Evil film. Now, we love a good Resident Evil movie. I've been a huge fan of the original 6 with Mila. Holy fucking Mila, just popping off in those movies. And then we got the Welcome to Raccoon City one with the actress who played Barbossa's daughter, and that movie kind of bombed. But I definitely give them credit for the freakiness of that movie, because it definitely had some scene-for-scene shots from the video game. And then we have the series that we reviewed on Netflix, the one-season show that
Great time.
just fucking bombed, and that was it. But it was a good review. Go check
Good
that
review.
out. Yeah.
What was that what
so
even
here
called?
we are.
Was it just Resident Evil?
Oh, I think so.
I'm looking it up. Resident
Netflix.
Evil- Yeah, 2000. Oh no, I'm looking at the movies. Resident Evil Season 1. There you go.
What year did it come out? 2022. Holy smokes, 3 years ago. Yeah, so that's definitely not getting a second season.
Yeah. Starring the
So-
late great Lance Reddick. Rest in peace.
Yes.
He's fantastic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Resident Evil is an interesting one for me. I think it's been around, like, it's a very, what's the word for it? Is pop culture like the right reference of
I'd
like
say
Resident
so.
Evil? Like, yeah, just like it's got impact there on not just because of the video game, but also the TV, or sorry, because of the movie starring Mila. I think that was like just that perfect era of like we're getting Underworld, we're getting these like Blade, like these dark, like gritty horror action movies starring usually, you know, a badass heroine. In this case, it was fantastic, Mila Jovovich. Yeah, no, so like it was a weird way to say it, but Resident Evil has been around like me my whole life, even though I haven't been like the biggest Resident Evil fan. Like either my cousin or someone that I knew had like the Resident Evil video game. I never liked like the camera angles of that game, but it was just terrifying at the time on the PS1 graphics when those dogs, pardon me, are chasing you in the mansion. Terrifying. And then the movies like terrify me also, but like I also just love them. I still think the first, like I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do a retro, but I still think the first one is my favorite just because it's the most memorable. Love the idea of just like, you have like an underground layer that just goes down like layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers and layers, and like that just, I don't know. It's a certain je ne sais quoi trope that just gets me. I think when we were watching Alien Earth recently, there's some things that remind me of that first Resident Evil movie. And yeah, no, I'm definitely always open to getting more of that content. It's also cool how that series hasn't just like died off. Like it seems like it's been relevant consistently like my whole life. There's been different versions, whether it's the movies, the video games just keep coming out and they keep like evolving on the series. So I am always, although it's not my favorite, I am always kind of interested and want to check out whatever comes out. The series, although it was disappointing, it was a fun one to review with you guys. Great meme moment in the finale that lived on. I think the image is now gone, but it lives on in our memory. And I am interested in this. What was the note you said? Not tied to any game stories.
That's
which
right.
like I guess it kind of will have to though. Like if they have a Raccoon City, technically that would be attached to the game series, right? Like you
A
can't
love
just
letter
complete-
to the games, though, right?
Okay. Like similar, I guess, to like how Resident Evil Biohazard was. Like that doesn't really feel like a Resident Evil game, right? It's very different.
Right.
I don't know. I'm open to it. I love Austin Abrams. That was the name, I think, of the casting character. I apologize if you already went through all this, but
Nope.
I'm just kind of reminding myself
Go
here.
for it.
Yeah, no, I'm interested. I'm interested. I'll check it out.
So Austin Abrams, he pops off in Weapons. He's in there.
Oh, really?
Oh
That's
yeah,
cool.
and so that's kind of it gets his foot in the door working with Zach, right? It makes sense to bring him into this project. He's fantastic in that movie, like in Weapons.
He's fantastic in
absolutely
everything I've
stellar.
seen him in. Euphoria, he was the major standout in that one season, and then he was in a very mid movie on Netflix starring Camila Mendez, which is one of the leads from Riverdale, and I think what's Mila Kunis or not Mila Kunis, Uma Thurman's
Kunis.
daughter. What's her name? Maya Hawke, I think is her name. She was the other one in there, if I'm remembering correctly. And Austin Abrams is kind of like the villain, air quotes, of it, and he's just like going ham. I think he's like the best part about that movie. Did you find it or did you look? Or
Maya Hawke, yeah, you're right.
what's it called? What's the movie
For
called?
which?
Oh, I thought you were looking at the movie. Sorry.
No, I was on the Maya Hawke
okay, fair
parent lineage here.
Okay, fair enough. But Austin Abrams is fantastic in everything I've seen him in, and I thought I was in a drought for him, but he's in Weapons, so another reason for me to go see that now.
Yes, absolutely. I low-key did not realize that Uma Thurman was the mother of Maya Hawke. I just knew Ethan Hawke, and so that just.
Do you know who the
fucking blew my
father is?
mind. Yeah, Ethan Hawke. Are they still married?
I don't think so. I think they're separated.
1998 to 2005.
Darn, they didn't even make it to Transformers. They could have gone on a
No.
date night.
They got
would've saved
Levon
them.
Hawke and Clementine Jane Hawke.
Interesting
A lot
names.
of hawks. They got a whole family of birds. Look at that.
They got a whole nest. A little
Nest,
coup.
yeah. I'm super stoked for this. Again, I'm pretty terrible when it comes to the Resident Evil games. When it comes to the movies, oh my god, yeah, I've been there for all of them, and I've rewatched those Mila Jovovich ones so many freaking times. Holy smokes, I've just lost track. I remember taking my dad, seeing it opening night in the theaters, one of the later ones, and just being there. And I remember we have a review for Resident Evil, the final chapter. On our GB feeds, I did a review for that one, so it's been around for a very, very long time. And that first one, going into the hive of under Raccoon City, it's freaky, claustrophobic, and everything with the zombies, and it's just in that elevator scene. That was like one of the first scenes with an elevator. It just terrified me.
That struck the fear of God into me on elevators, and just the idea of it just dropping with your head getting chopped off, or that room with the laser beams. And the guy's like jumping
fuck.
over it, and then it just fucking, yeah. Oh, so many memorable scenes.
Yeah,
That's good
just good stuff. Good stuff. Definitely one worth the retro to go through all those. But yeah, the idea here that just Austin Abrams, a laid-back organ courier sent out in a late-night delivery to Raccoon City General Hospital, and he takes a snowy mountain road. He accidentally hits a strange woman with his car. She survives, but something's very wrong. He's trying to help, but then he stumbles into this full-on outbreak involving these horrifying tentacle-based mutations, the monstrosities and stuff that's been bioengineered, and it's very much going to have like a Rock'em Sock'em Evil Dead 2 style. I love everything that I'm hearing. This sounds great. It sounds really, really good. And I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff when it comes to zombies, where it's just kind of like the opener of what's going down with the beginning stages of an apocalypse. So I'm really, really stoked. And like I said at the start of this cast, like Zach Cregger, he's got my full attention. Whatever he's doing, I'm there for it. And if he nails this, I'd love to see him just take off and do a whole variety of other different horror projects, because he's definitely found his niche. He's found his full swing. So,
Fuck yeah.
yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I think that that does it. I think we can end this chapter and. Yeah, we can go on home. Unless you have anything else you want to add. Fuck. Oh my god.
It's our closeout theme. Sorry to spook you.
That's right. Fucking freaks me out. I was playing Dead by Daylight not too long ago too, and fucking hearing the Bayou.
I can't believe how many DLCs that game has had. Like, I just see some clips and I'm like, I recognize the gameplay, but these characters are so. And then I look at I'm like, they have like a fucking Resident Evil like crossover. They've had the fucking Nicolas Cage vampire one, and like even when I was playing, there was a lot of like DLC contents and stuff. It's
oh yeah, they got the Xeno, they got Chucky, they got all.
They have Xeno on there? Are you?
They
kidding
got
me?
Ellen Ripley
Alien
and the Xenomorph.
Oh my
yeah.
god. Okay, let's get it. Is it crossplay?
I think it is.
I used to
think
play it on PC. You know,
Mhm.
not to be one of those guys, but I played it in like early access beta. Like I was one of the OGs guys.
Oh.
Yeah, I think I even got like the supporter pack back then. But now it's on like everything, and it's on a PlayStation catalog game. So I think I just have it on PlayStation, which I'd probably be more inclined to play on there, because you never know what's gonna happen with my computer some of these days.
I think it is crossplay, and I'd be down to play with you again. I remember when we were doing those streams, those Sunday streams, and that one time you just got that clutch win. You were just
that's
deking
gotta
the
be
killer.
saved somewhere. That was like my highlight, my peak, just fooling the Huntress or whoever was at me. It was probably the Bayou song.
I think so,
That was
yeah. Oh, yeah, that's some good stuff. Cool. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning into this episode of GeekVerse Podcast, your weekly geek. We will be back with the Dexter review next, or you can tune in next week for another news episode then. But until then, we'll see you in the search bar, so have a good one. Bye.